What's the worst baby remodel in the 2026 spring drop? I've said that the best one was the baby chicken, but the worst one is the warm pig, as it looks like it's high. Sharpness or smite? At first the obvious answer is sharpness. However, the mobs affected by smite are the most common mobs you'll be fighting. A critical hit with a netherite sword with sharpness 5 deals 7.5 hearts, while a netherite sword with smite 5 deals 12 hearts, one-shotting many undead mobs. Also, on Bedrock Edition, the same sword deals 15 hearts. The answer is smite, but you can still bring another sword with sharpness. The new gold dandelion in Minecraft has lots of potential. First, when using it as a brewing ingredient, it should give a saturation potion since it combines the saturation element. Next, like what many have said, it could be a flower obtained from sniffers. Finally, when crafting suspicious stew with the gold dandelion, it should give extended saturation with regeneration. Much more baby remodels and world file changes all in the latest snapshot. First, the world file has been modified so much, downgrading upgraded world from this version is impossible. The remodeled mobs include the armadillo and camel as I predicted, including the bee, foxes, goat, polar bear, and llamas. What's the best villager in Minecraft? You might think it's the Fletcher since it buys wood, the mason since it buys your junk, the cartographer as I said in an old video, the cleric because it sells ender pearls and XP bottles, or the librarian because enchantment books. The answer is actually the farmer because it trades easily farmable crops into the best food sources in the game. There are 5 main melee weapons in Minecraft: the sword, trident, axe, spear, and mace. So which one is the best assuming you have all of them? A sword with sharpness 5 deals 17.6 damage per second or 32.8 with smite 5. A trident is ranged but only allows impaling, with level 5 doing around 23.5 damage per second. An axe can have sharpness 5 but deals 13 damage per second or 22.5 with smite 5. A spear can also have sharpness 5 for sprint jumping, with a netherite sharpness 5 spear deals around 12 damage. Mace with density 5 falling from 2 blocks deals 28 damage. The answer is subjective: sword and axe in rough terrain, spear in flat terrain, and mace in elevated terrain. Things in Minecraft that should be edible. First, eggs should be edible. Even the raw Steve can still eat raw chicken and be fine, so why can't he handle a raw egg and few eggshells? Next, mushrooms, both of them. You can eat them in a bowl, and it makes rabbit stew more useless. Arguably sugar and sugarcane because that makes it another farmable food. Lastly, nether wart because yes. Common Minecraft misconception: piston and sticky piston do not need a tool to be broken, same with all the buttons and pressure plates. The honeycomb does not have a tool that breaks it the fastest, and neither does cactus or glass. This is probably just me, but the song Hackstorm by Seaford Winnie is actually called Hackstraw. Villagers do not have bad trades, they're commonly slandered as 1 dirt for 64 emeralds. Lastly, the dragonfly does have a theme song, it's just really quiet. Minecraft is currently halfway through the wooden rainbow. It started in 1.7.2, which first added acacia and darker gets orange and brown. Then 1.16 added crimson and warped as magenta and cyan. Later 1.19 added mangrove as red. The update right after added bamboo and cherry as yellow, and lastly over a year ago 1.21.4 added pale oak as white, leaving us with 8 out of 16, using both grays, black, both greens, both blues, and purple. What's the best enchantment in Minecraft? You might think mending, but that begs the question, what's the second best enchantment in Minecraft? You might think sharpness because it deals more damage to all types of mobs, protection since it resists most types of damage, or efficiency because it helps you mine blocks faster. A runner-up is silk touch because you can mine glass and ice without it breaking. The answer is fortune and looting because they give you more of a certain draw. A lot more baby remodels, new animal sounds, and a new instrument all in the latest snapshot. First, the new sounds are royal for cats, mini and big for pigs, booty for cows, and picky for chickens. Next, placing a note block on any copper block will sadly not give an electric guitar, but a trumpet where the oxidation phase determines the pitch. The remodeled babies are the baby zombie, husk, drowned known as gurgle, piglin, zombie piglin, the villagers, and zombie villagers. Since name tags are now craftable, here are more name tag secrets that should be added. First, naming a warden William will give him a top hat and bow tie, playing classical music around him. Next, naming a villager Squidward will replace its voice with a clarinet. Naming an armor stand victim will make it come to life and can be easily killed unless you name it the chosen one. Naming an armadillo crab or penguin will make it look like a crab or penguin respectively. Finally, naming a pig Technoblade should give him a crown. What's the best ore in Minecraft? You might think diamonds and netherite, but you only really need at most 2 stacks for an entire playthrough. There's also redstone, which can make contraption that can do anything, but it's too complicated to most people. Emeralds, copper, and gold are all really good, but not as good as iron because it can make most rails, many redstone components, moderate tools and weapons, and 2 workstations. What's the worst biome in Minecraft? You might think the desert because there are no trees, but there's still desert temples and villages. There's also the deep frozen ocean, but it can still shipwrecks. The dripstone caves have minefields that consist of copper, and the savannas and birch forests of wood. The real worst biome is the void because there's a total of 16 naturally spawning blocks and only 2 on super flat. What's the best armor trim in Minecraft? You think I'm gonna say silence, but come on, I'm not straightforward. Every armor trim has a good armor piece and another bad one. For example, the snout has a good chest plate, but its leggings look ass.
For all, then a runner-up of Flow, and a tie between Host and Coast.
What's the best music disc in Minecraft? You might think Pigstep because it's the most popular disc for 4 years, but a lot can change in that amount of time. Other good discs include Cat, Other Side, Chirp, Melohi, Wait, Lava Chicken, and Tears. Third place is Relic because it isn't too rare and sounds great. Second place is Precipice because it's also not too rare and is 5 minutes long. The best is Creator because despite its rarity has an electric guitar. The final baby remodels and more all in the latest snapshot. First, the baby zombies, piglins, and villagers from the last snapshot were too tall to fit in 1 block tall gaps, but that's been fixed. The game has been reverted back to only using 2 GB of RAM, which was changed in snapshot 2. The remodeled babies for the last time are the Sniffer as I predicted and the Hoglin, Panda, Striker, and Zoglin. It has been 1 day and there's already a new snapshot. 26.1 snapshot 9 addresses a major bug from the last snapshot where anything below or above the build limits crashes the game has been fixed. Since we just got the last feature of the spring drop, it will be the summer drop. The last 2 summer drops had something in common: collaborative exploration. Tricky Trials added a structure that encourages cooperation and exploration, and Chase the Skies added a mob that allows exploration with several people and the locator bar. This situation has a chance to be the end update, but it's more likely to be easier multiplayer on Java. Things in Minecraft that are ruined by parity. Cobwebs can no longer be crafted into string in Bedrock Edition because it didn't exist in Java. Recently, horses in Bedrock will no longer grow and being fed to be consistent with Java Edition. The bundle was delayed by 4 years because of Bedrock Edition, specifically on mobile. Lastly, wax slightly weathered cut copper stairs are changed to be wax exposed cut copper stairs to be consistent with Bedrock Edition. When is Vibrant Visuals coming to Java? Last time I said that Vibrant Visuals come in June of this year. However, a recent article contradicts this. First, they said that they are banning the obsolete OpenGL and are converting the game to Vulkan, which they said will happen sometime over the summer. Therefore, I won't be surprised if it took another year for Vibrant Visuals to release in Java, but it's more likely to be around November of this year. What's the most unethical texture pack in Minecraft? You might think it's extra visible invisibility or fold bright, but those only really have a positive effect. For ones with a negative effect that you can force in servers, there are random texture swappers, the opposite of fold bright, moving blocks, and enchanting table language. The worst is actually any texture pack that has a resolution that is not 16 by 16. Unknown crafting recipes that only a minority knows about. First, 1 honey bottle turns into 3 sugar. 1 honey block can be uncrafted with 4 glass bottles. Also, you can apply honeycomb to a copper block normally, but you can also do it in the crafting grid. Prismarine blocks are crafted from a 2x2 square of prismarine shard, and sea lanterns from across the prism with corner with shard. But tell me why dark prismarine comes from 1 black die surrounded by prismarine shards, and prismarine bricks are a full 3x3 square of prismarine shards. Baby zombie changes and AU dandelion changes all in the latest snapshot. First, a dandelion made of the 79th element that stops aging will have its green particles move down and move up if it continues aging. The baby Riri models were the baby zombie, husk, and drown. Their heads were shrunk from 8x8 to 6x6 and the body did not change. When is Minecraft Live 2026? Minecraft Live is only a month away and the current spring drop is finished, so the next event on the timeline is Minecraft Live March 2026. The most recent Minecraft Live was September 27 or the last Saturday. The most recent March Minecraft Live was March 22nd or the second to last Saturday. This translates to March 21st or 28 in 2026. What's the rarest biome in Minecraft? You might say the Pale Garden and you'd be right.